what happened. Round 8 of the FIM Motocross World Championship, the Liqui Moly MXGP of Germany at Teuschenthal. MX2 Race 1, Lukas Kühnen around the first turn over the Foxhole shot line for the first time this year, closely followed by the home rider Simon Langenfelder on the 516. Adamo was in there on the 80, the 44 in red of Rick Elsinger, and the 74 championship leader up the inside, Kai de Wolf. De Wolf quickly into third and then second when he found his way past Langenfelder on the opening lap. Liam Everts had just found his way past Zanke. Zanke retaliated, came back immediately. Everts tipped over from 9th to 10th. Started to find his way back through traffic. This pass on Kai Carsmakers. But again, just after he made that pass for 8th, he was down to 10th. He would eventually come home in 7th place. Up front though, all eyes on the two Astana Husqvarnas. Lukas Kühnen led Kai de Wolf. Middle of the screen, Everts going past Oriol for the second time this race. That was about 3 laps to go to move into 8th, and then on the final lap past Zanke to move into 7th. One of those races for Everts. A mistake there, for whatever reason, for Kai de Wolf, lost the toe to his teammate, and it was Kühnen who went on to take the first race win, his 5th of the year, from de Wolf and Langenfelder. And there you see the confirmation. Kühnen edging out de Wolf, Langenfelder, Adamo and Elsinger. And rounding out the top 10, Oliver and Harp, who fell on the opening lap. MX2 Race 2, once again the gate dropped, and this time it was Langenfelder who crossed the Foxhole shot line for the 3rd time this year, closely followed by Adamo. Elsinger to the outside on the 44, and the 74 championship leader, Kai de Wolf, a couple of positions further back. Lukas Kühnen rounding out the first turn around about 6th place, but quickly going to town to get himself into 5th. As de Wolf went around the outside to move into 3rd. Quickly had a tussle with the 44 of Elsinger to maintain that 3rd position. But Langenfelder led. Could he hang on and win the race? One rider who wasn't hanging around was the 74 of de Wolf. He moved into 2nd as his teammate towards the end of the lap moved into 3rd, both passing Adamo. Harp there in 4th place behind them. Then de Wolf got the better of Langenfelder. Start of lap 2 to move into the lead. Kühnen followed him a couple of laps later as he moved into 2nd on lap 5. A stumble then for Langenfelder allowed Adamo through into 3rd, and that was 3rd overall in the podium for the number 80 until this happened. He threw away that 3rd place, handing it back to Langenfelder, who then found himself back on the podium. A tip over for your race leader, de Wolf, on lap 7 allowed Kühnen and Langenfelder to go through. De Wolf then in 3rd. He eventually found his way past on lap 14 to move around the outside of the German here. But then he made this mistake a lap later. Langenfelder was back through into 2nd, sorry, and then de Wolf pounced again with 4 laps to go. But it was Kühnen again who crossed the line to win back-to-back races here in Germany. His 6th win of the season. De Wolf was 2nd, Langenfelder 3rd, Harp 4th, Elsinger 5th. The overall, as you can see, Kühnen, de Wolf, Langenfelder, 2 wins, 2 seconds, 2 thirds, as easy as that. And the championship now, Kai de Wolf, 59 points clear of his teammate who moves up to 2nd. Langenfelder another 4 points further back. Then we've got Everts and Adamo, those two separated by 5 points. Fantastic GP here at Teuschenthal. Lukas Kühnen taking his 4th career win from de Wolf and Langenfelder. Langenfelder pleased to be on the podium at home, but it's the red plate that still belongs in the hands of de Wolf.
Like I told you, it was difficult to come here and always thinking about the same thing from last year, but now we're over it. We won here, so it was a perfect weekend. First moto, I had a good battle with my teammate Kai, and second moto, I want to do the same. He was in front of me, so I was...
MXGP Race 1, look at Paul Jonas there, spinning up, coming out of the gate. on that standing construct Honda, but watch how he muscles his way through as Koldenoff takes the Fox Holeshot line for the first time this year. Jonas around about 10th, and then he comes over the Liqui Moly jump here and continues to hustle his way through on the inside look. By the end of the first lap, the Latvian was in 6th place, believe it or not, but it was Koldenoff who led the way. Geiser into 2nd, Prado 3rd, but that lasted a couple of corners as Prado dived down the inside of the championship leader. And before the end of the lap, Prado was through into the lead as well. Roman Fevre still struggling in the after effects of that thumb injury from France. He was out of 8th on the end of the opening lap and would not finish race 1 or line up for race 2. Geiser then got himself into 2nd on lap 4, and following him past Koldenoff was the number 10 of Calvin Verlanderen. Verlanderen then took the opportunity to move up the inside of a wide-riding Geiser who was struggling with arm pump, and then on the charge after a poor start, Herlings finding his way past Jonas and Koldenoff, and then Geiser as he moved up into 3rd on a lap 11 of 17. Henry Jacobi also found his way past Geiser briefly and was up to 4th with a couple of laps to remain. Verlanderen tipped over, found his way back past Geiser as he regained 3rd place with 3 laps to go. But then a lap later, the Yamaha man just made a small error here, and that was 3rd place back in the hands of Geiser. Verlanderen had to settle for 4th, but a comfortable win for Jorge Prado, his 9th win of the season. From Jeffrey Herlings, Tim Geiser, Verlanderen and Jonas. Koldenoff, Bonacorsi and Bogas rounded out the top 8. 9th went to Siwa, 10th went to a very happy Henry Jacobi. An unfortunate start this time for Jonas over on gate 3. Just watch as we pan away here. He gets tagged here and then moves across and he gets mowed down. Fantastic start in race 1, but unlucky to fall and not pick himself up for race 2. Prado over the Fox Holeshot line for the night time. Herlings behind him in 2nd, Siwa 3rd, Verlanderen 4th, Geiser and Koldenoff right there as well. Benoit Paturel not too far back either in blue. That was the aftermath of the first turn crash with the 132 in there as well, Andrea Bonacorsi, but it looks like a shoulder or collarbone injury for the Latvian 1 week ahead of his home Grand Prix. Towards the end of the opening lap, Geiser squeezed Verlanderen into 3rd and went after Herlings and Prado. Top of your screen in green, Jeremy Siwa tipping out of 5th. He picked himself up in 9th. And then Valentin Guillot fell. He was there in 5th position. Koldenoff went around the outside him to take over that 5th place. And then a few laps later, it was Siwa on his way back towards the front who moved into 6th, edging out Guillot, who eventually came home in 9th place. 6 or 7 laps to go. A little mistake there from Herlings. He ran wide here. Geiser was through into 2nd. He then tried to chase down Jorge Prado. Prado, though, had a little bit left in reserve. At the start of the weekend, Geiser arrived with a 5-point advantage over Prado, 6 after the qualifying race. But by the time Prado crossed the line for the 10th win of the season, and Geiser 2nd, all of a sudden, the gap now 2 points clear for Prado, the new championship leader. That's how it finished. Prado, Geiser and Herlings overall. Prado back in red. Geiser 2 points adrift. Herlings now up to 3rd at the expense of Fevre. It's one of those Grand Prix here, the Liqui Moly MXGP of Germany and Teushenthal. Had a bit of everything, but Prado picking up his 6th Grand Prix victory of the campaign as he goes back to the top of the championship lead. In MXGP, next stop Latvia 1 week from now, with Prado leading the championship by 2 points.
Perfect weekend, super happy with my riding. Got back to hardpack and just a bit normal conditions, even though, you know, after all the rain from yesterday, the track was a bit sketchy, but I managed to ride good starts, and not much to say, just super happy about getting again another win.